Now here you see we are starting a new topic today, the animal kingdom. So animal kingdom includes all other animal beyond the unicellular protistans. Okay, now see now how this animal kingdom has been classified. So on the basis of classification, how are they arranged according to the different phylum? First is the arrangement of cells. That means unicellularity, multicellularity, colonial, like that the arrangement of cells are important. Then body symmetrically. So body symmetrically how? The our organism either may be radially symmetrical, if they are circular in nature, they may be bilaterally symmetrical, that means body can be divided into two different parts, or it may be asymmetrical. Okay, now the nature of coelom. What is coelom? Coelom here is a body cavity. Either it may be coelomate, that means the body has not been divided into any layer. Then the body might have got an internal body cavity, that is known as the coelom. That is diploblastic, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm is triploblastic. So these are the basis of classification and we will be dealing with when we come to the specified phylum. Now the pattern of digestive system also shows various level of classification. Now when we come to the platyhelminths, we see that it's a simple tube-like structure from opening to the mouth to the anus. Now if we see it in the phylum Mollusca, if we see it in the phylum of echinoderms, if we see it in the echinoderms and all, now we find that they form a U-shaped pattern. Maybe they form, and mouth has got only one opening, that U-shaped digestive system. So they shows various range and level of classification again, and organisms are arranged according to their digestive systems. Now the circulatory system that links to the heart and the arteries and the veins, now that is also have been divided into various parts. Now either it may be an open type, for example in fishes where you find the venous blood, the mixing of the oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood is there. So they are not totally separated. So that type of digestive system, circulatory system is known as an open type. And then the closed one is apart from the fishes, right from amphibians, we have that the heart is completely tight chambered and completely separation of the oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood is there. Now then comes the excretory system. Some organisms, they don't have an excretory system proper. Then every different organisms have got a various different excretory system. For example, the prawns have got green gland, the planarians have got flame cells. Okay, so nephridia is also again the thing, Malpighian tubule in some so they are a various different type. If you keep the name, the list is never ending, but for you it is simply noted that the animals can be classified on the basis of excretory system, because collectively they are grouped under a phylum. Now again the reproductive system is also there. Some are oviparous, some are viviparous. Okay, that means some lay egg or some lay give birth to live babies. Now in other cases the development, whether it may be internal development, the development may be outside the body. Okay, so that way also they are classified. Now what is the level of organization? Again it is the same thing. It may be cellular level, the tissue level, the organ level, the circulatory system open and closed type, that I had already briefed you. Now here you focus here. You see the level of organization, what I had said, that either it may be an aggregation of cell aggregation, what I said is that is colonial type. Then they exhibit the cells are arranged in loose aggregate, they exhibit cellular level of organism, some division of labor. Some among the cells, then coelentrates, the arrangement of cells are more complex, and here the cell performing the same function, that means tissue level, cells are arranged in tissues. Now tissues further is given to the organ level. Now organ rather is given to the organ system, that means the excretory system, the circulatory system, the digestive system, and from there it given right to the individual. Okay. Now here if we talk of symmetry, symmetry means the categories on the basis of symmetry. First we take it as sponges and mostly other. Now every plane that passes through the center, for example, you see, now here the organism is bilateral symmetrical and here the organism is radially symmetrical. That means you have a central line and here it is divided equally. Okay, so this is known as a bilateral symmetrical or radial symmetrical. Okay, now there are certain animals like annelid, arthropods, etc. Their body is divided into left and right half. So that is known as bilateral symmetrical. And certain organisms, that is body, if they have got a round structure, they form two identical halves and here it is radially. And if you cannot divide the body into different halves, we call it as asymmetrical. Now here you see basically the body is divided into ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. But sometimes you know the level is not so organized and the organism may have the mesoderm missing. That is also here. So this is known as a diploblastic and triploblastic. See, ectoderm, endoderm and separated by a mesoglia. And in other, the ectoderm and endoderm and mesoderm. You see, the A is diploblastic and B is triploblastic. See, mesoderm layer is missing in it. Okay, so that is how it is divided. Now you see, again the coelom. What is coelom? The body cavity. Body cavity which is lined by the mesoderm is called a coelom. Animals possessing coelom is known as coelomates. Now annelid, mollusca, arthropoda, echinoderm, hemichordates and chordates. And in some animals the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Instead the mesoderm is present as scattered pouches. Like in ectoderm and endoderm, such body cavity is known as a pseudocoelomate. See, annelids are an example, annelids or Aschelminthes, these are example of pseudocoelomates. Okay. Now segment, what is segment? The body has got externally and internally divided into segments. For example, several repetition, for example, earthworms, the body shows pattern, metameric segmentation. This phenomenon is known as metamerism. Then notochord. Notochord is also one of the vital thing, you know, if the organism possesses a backbone or not. See, notochord or the mesoderm, it is a rod-like structure present in the embryonic stage, and when that notochord develops into a double tubular structure and it is enclosed by the vertebral column, we call it as chordates, and those notochord is not replaced or they don't have the notochord, it is known as non-chordates. So they also form a very important function, important pattern of the classification.